Hi everyone, cheers, and welcome to my new video. This is going to be a makeup look inspired by Sophie Floyd, who did this great look on her YouTube channel. I believe she called it Blue Metallic Wings. I will link the original video in the description. And by trying out her look, I have found one of the fastest methods ever for winged eyeliner. So stay tuned for that. But first, of course, I'm applying sunscreen. It's spring here, which means it'll be summer eventually. But, you know, in light of that, I have been testing out more and more sunscreens recently. I'm preparing to do another sunscreen graveyard video, so if there are any you want me to try out, please leave me a note in the comments. But this is the Supergoop Daily Sunscreen, which is an SPF 40 that I've been using for a while. For foundation and for even more SPF, I'm going to mix together the two lightest shades of this Maybelline Dream Urban Cover foundation. This is one of my favorites. I think it's definitely meant to be a dupe for the IT Cosmetics CC cream, but it's not nearly as full coverage, which I like. It gives a very light and glowy base. And SPF 50, which is pretty amazing for a drugstore foundation. And it helps to even out my skin tone without feeling too heavy. So when I mix shades of foundations, I do often mix them together with a brush so as not to waste any of the product. So once I've got them mixed together, I'll just kind of loosely spread it out all over my face with my brush, but then do my blending mostly with my damp sponge. To cover up the dark circles under my eyes and to brighten up the area a bit, I'm going to use this old faithful Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I use the shade 5, and I will blend that out with the same Real Techniques sponge. For blush, I'm going to be using another favorite product of mine, which is the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek in the shade Werk. I love how seamlessly these blend into your skin and also how shiny they are. You could almost skip highlighter if you wanted with these products, so if you like a really dewy cheek, you should definitely check these out. I'll mostly just pat these on with my fingers, but then take my sponge after to especially go around the edges to make sure there's no harsh lines. It was just then that I realized how crusty my lips were. So I'm going to show you a tried and true old-fashioned tip for smoothing out your lips. It's basically a lip exfoliant. I'm going to put on some lip balm. Any old lip balm will do. And then take an old toothbrush and I will just start scrubbing. This will get rid of any dead skin on your lips. And it also brings a lot of blood flow and, you know, a lovely naturally flush color to your lips. And then of course any lipstick or other lip products will go on very smooth. I often forget to do this, so please remind me to do this. Yeah. Now, here it is. This is the TikTok viral Infallible foundation powder from Loreal. Now, I am not on TikTok, but I saw Katie Jane Hughes use this in place of her Makeup Forever powder foundation that she swears by. But because of TikTok, this product has been sold out at my local Shoppers Drug Mart for months. Months. I finally tracked one down. This is the shade 10 Porcelain, which I think is a good match for me. And I can see why people like it. It looks very smooth on the skin. I'm just applying it lightly with a brush to set my concealer. I had also picked up this L'Oreal Age Perfect Powder Foundation because I saw a YouTube review that said it was a dupe for the Makeup Forever Powder Foundation, but I really hated it. It was not a good match for me. It was too dark, too pink, and it did not look great on my skin. But this Infallible one, pretty good. I'm not sure that I could use it as a full foundation because my skin is so dry, but for setting and little touch-ups, I think it's nice. Just to start off my brows, I'm going to run some Glossier Boy Brow in the shade Blonde through them, going against the grain of the hair to make sure that every little eyebrow hair is covered. And then this will kind of fluff them up a bit before I fill them in. Oh my god. Look at that idiot hair. That one incredibly long brow hair that doesn't know the way it should be growing. Ugh. I forgot how good this product is. This will give a little bit of color to my brows and, like I said, get them fluffed up before I fill them in. Gonna give my lashes a quick curl now before doing any more of my eye makeup to get ready for the main event. Some of the fastest wing liner you're ever gonna see. This is it. So this is a cream eyeshadow that I got on clearance, and this is the real MVP of this look. And I'm just gonna swatch it there so you can see the dreamy kind of mermaid seafoam metallicness. And then here we go. You could use a brush, but I'm going straight in with the doe foot applicator because that's part of what makes this so quick. I just hold it parallel to my lash line and run right across before then switching to the tip of the applicator to draw my wing. Now, you could use any color of cream eyeshadow. It doesn't have to be bright. This is a very versatile look. And metallic cream eyeshadow will always look softer and more forgiving than a dark liquid liner. Boom. It's that easy. Now, in Sophie's video, she does use just an eyeshadow directly to the lid. And I tried to do that. I used a mint eyeshadow color from the Natasha Denona Tropic palette. But I found that it created a lot of fallout from the shadow, and the color transferred from my lash line into my crease, no matter how careful I was or what primers or base products I use. But this cream shadow, when it sets, it's transfer proof and it's not going anywhere. And it's just that easy. So easy and fast. Alright, so my skin is already quite glowy, but I just want to keep pushing the limit. So I'm going to add just a little bit of this RMS Magic Luminizer, which is a cream highlight, one of my favorites for just getting a wet looking skin. I have recorded a product overview of the RMS brand if you're not familiar, so look out for that video coming soon. I've tried a few of their products and can demonstrate them for you. Now, once I've got that on, I'm just going to throw on some mascara, and the eye look is basically done. Or it could be. I mean, by all means, you could stop right here. But once I got mascara on, I am gonna just continue zhuzhing it up a bit, because why not? Stay tuned for that. Coming back to my brows, I'm going to delicately draw on some brow hairs using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pen. This is kind of a new-ish product to me. I've been testing out these brow pen, brow markers for quite a while now, and this one is very good. I like especially that I can match the exact same shade that I wear in the Anastasia Brow Wiz, because the brow pens that I've tried so far from other brands, it's hard to get a match to my hair color. And for me, the important thing with these is to use as loose and limp of a grip as possible with your hands. And that will give the thinnest, lightest strokes of the pen. I'm showing you a drugstore bronzer here. This is a L'Oreal bronzer, which is very light in color, especially for a drugstore, and has a little bit of a sheen to it. I'm not going to use it as a bronzer today. I am just running a little bit of it under my lower lash line, like I said, to continue zhuzhing up this look. You could stop with just the liner and mascara, but I'm throwing a bit of eyeshadow on. Once I've got the lower lash line done, I'm going to just put a little bit of inner corner highlight with a light shimmery color from my much loved Revlon palette. And then taking that same bronzer right through my crease. So this will add a little bit of warmth to the eyes and will also help to set the concealer that I put on my eyes earlier. And like I said, this metallic cream shadow is really great for this liner look because it doesn't transfer at all on my slightly hooded eyes. And putting this bronzer through, you won't notice it a ton, just a little bit there, and will help the creasing that I get on my eyes. Now there's one more variation on this eye look that I will show you that you can try. Stay tuned to the end for that. I am very proud to announce that after 35 years on this earth, I might have finally learned how to line my lips. Seriously, I have always really struggled with lining my lips. I don't know what it is exactly, but I've kind of narrowed it down to a method that's been working for me lately. So you can see there, I'm starting by slightly overdrawing my Cupid's bow, which is the kind of largest, tallest part of my lips, and then using that as a guideline to then draw the line down to the corner of my lips. This method I've kind of developed and been inspired by an artist on Instagram and YouTube called Tatiana Rose Art. I will link her information below. So it was by watching her that I kind of came up with this method. And another tip that I have is to take a little lip brush or eyeshadow brush to soften the lip line, because I would just draw it on and think, oh god, it looks horrible. But it's because it needs to be blended, just like an eyeshadow or an eyeliner would need to be blended. I think what I struggled with in the past was thinking about lip liner as a way to emphasize and exaggerate your lips. So I used to stay inside the lines of my Cupid's bow because it was the largest part of the lips, choosing to kind of overdraw and emphasize the less big parts of my lips. And I found that it always transferred funny and it made me just look overdone. Like you would look at me and say, oh, she has overdrawn her lips. So I'm not sure I'm exactly explaining it right, but I was excited to show you this new skill. I'm going to keep practicing. I'm even being cheeky here and drawing some lines on my lips, like in those Huda Beauty Instagram videos of days of yore. Anyone remember those? Anyways, my lip liner of choice here is, of course, the Spice from MAC, which is a classic warm neutral on my skin tone and is an almost perfect match to the lipstick I just swatched for you. It's my new favorite lipstick. I realized this Easter it smells and tastes just like Cadbury mini eggs. Delicious. Sorry, this is the MAC Powder Kiss lipstick in the shade Mullet Over, and I just love it. Once I've applied it over the lip liner, I will give it a little bit of a blot and go back in with the lip liner if needed to refine the shape until it is to my liking. And there she is. That's the completed look. I think it's very springy, almost summery, but not quite. It's a really easy metallic wing liner with some glowy skin. I hope you enjoy, and stay tuned. I'll show you the final way you can amend the eye makeup to make it look more full on and pretty exciting. Okay, so the other option for this look is to just take that same cream eyeshadow and cover your entire lid. So I'm taking the applicator and just following the crease of my eye until the lid is completely covered, and I've joined up the eyeshadow with the winged shape that's already there. I like the bold subtlety of just wearing this kind of minty color as eyeliner, but I think it looks very cool as well with the full-on lid. Because my eyes are slightly hooded, you can't always tell the difference when my eyes are open, but once I look down, bam! I think it looks very 60s, very cool. You can, choose your illusion here. Okay, that's it. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.